It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And we're on the line this morning with Kristy Kern, she holds a master's certification in life coaching. And our conversation is brought to you this morning by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And we're talking this morning about an interesting topic, AI-powered robots that could help us solve our loneliness problem, our lack of friends problem. And is that a good idea? Kristy, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us here today. We seem to be more connected than ever before with the world, with the internet. Everything is at our disposal. Everything is connected to us, and yet we seem to be more isolated than ever as well. That's just a weird circumstance, isn't it?
It is very, very weird, and actually explains a lot, because the internet does not replace human interaction. They don't have a soul. We need to connect as humans. So this whole AI robot is very interesting to me, and I've loved doing the research on this.
Yeah, well, what has some of your research shown? It seems that at some point we have to realize it's still just a computer.
It is a computer. I think that, this is my personal, obviously, opinion. I just think that there are perks for some aspect that, we have computer surgery, we have computer robots for surgery, we have robots for the military and all that stuff, which that is a whole nother ball game. And I understand that, they can help with the loneliness. They're not judgmental, these robots. They can learn your ways, but the negatives outweigh the positives for sure. There's no, they lack genuine emotional connection. They make you even more socially isolated.
And if we are of the opinion that a robot is going to be our best friend, then we've obviously got some real issues, because at some point we have to realize that it's just a machine that we're hooked up to, and it's not real flesh and blood. A person. It's not a person, and we're a personal type of being, human beings. We are. There's no emotional connection, so there's emotional disconnect with AI robots. And as humans, we'll struggle to understand. AI robots will struggle to understand the complex human emotions accurately, they'll lead to misunderstandings, emotional disconnect. What happens when they malfunction? Technical issues. My best friend just basically died, and it's a robot. Kristy, when it gets right down to it, was the computer age, the advancement of technology, was it going to lead inevitably to so many people being friendless?
I would say, in my opinion, no. I thought it was going to be helpful. I don't know if this, that played into, as well as the pandemic with the loneliness and the isolation. That's where it seems to have really gone downhill even further.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're a life coach, so help us here this morning. As somebody who is a life coach, for people who are suffering from loneliness, what are some of the ways we can get beyond that circumstance in our life, and how do we develop friendships?
Basically, I give this advice to even clients that are lonely, definitely not AI. You have to prioritize face-to-face interaction, make an effort to spend time with at least friends, limit your screen time, join social groups or clubs. Volunteering is huge. Practice all these emotions with those people. If you plan social events, obviously seek professional support if you're struggling with loneliness or social connections.
Mm-hmm. There are traditional avenues of making friends and being out in public and being social with others. Churches certainly can play a great role in that. And there are others, simply being out and amongst others, going to the YMCA, joining a group of some sort. Are those still valid ways for people to meet others and become friends with them?
I truly believe in that. Go to the gym. Obviously, that keeps you healthy. Work out with people. Go on walks. Me as a person that moved to a new state from somewhere else, that's how I have done it. I've gone to, workout facilities. I go to the grocery store. I compliment people. I open the door for somebody and they say thank you. And how was your day? It's the socialization skills that are lacking, that people are not confident enough to go out there and do that.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, as we progress in our lives and we don't develop friendships with others, then our social skills erode, and that exacerbates the problem, doesn't it?
It does. It heightens it tremendously, and that's the lack. I mean, kids are in school on Zoom. They're not being around children. That's when we learn. Our brains develop by the age of 13. That's how we learn our socialization skills. We learn everything as little kids. It's embedded into us. It's, we're emotionally going to be, our growth is going to be stunted emotionally. It's just, the emotional support from a AI robot is going to just make real life challenges and emotions a crucial stunt in development.
There is another study that says the number of Americans with no close friends has quadrupled since 1990, which is a pretty scary number for us to reflect upon. But close friends as opposed to circle of friends, when we develop friendships with people, they're not going to start out as intimate close friends, but eventually we draw them in as we decide if we want to open ourselves up to that. How do we go about that? What's the best way for us to turn an acquaintance into a friend and a friend into a close friend?
Well, that's the moral of our life. I mean, if you meet somebody, you're going to either connect with them or not connect with them. Let's connect with them on a level that you're interested in. That's the powerful foundation of a beautiful relationship, is being friends. So you just have to, okay, you like this, I like that too. Let's go. What are your thoughts? It's typical communication. Friendships are so valuable that these relationships and friendships can turn into beautiful marriages, beautiful everything. You can't have that beautiful, well, you can marry AI robots now, but it's going to be more, I see more things happening badly with the robots than with human beings.
The trust issue is, of course, a big part of any friendship, of any relationship at all. If we can trust each other and learn to trust each other, which takes, admittedly, a very big step and a leap in some cases, then the possibilities really open up for us, and the idea of developing a really close friend becomes a reality. How do we develop that trust?
Yeah, I truly believe trust comes from within. If I'm not trusting somebody, then that is something that I need to take a look at and understand, why am I not trusting that person? Somebody hurt me? Do I need to tap into those wounds and heal them? Because trust is, unless you break trust, then trust should be there as a human being.
That whole vulnerability issue becomes something too, because people want to protect themselves. They don't want to get hurt, do they?
They don't want to get hurt, but if you really tap into the heart is pure love. And if you go from pure love, you will never be hurt. Hurt our emotions, they're five senses. If you tap into the heart, you're multi-sensored. So those emotions they're not real. They're real because you feel them, but they're real because somebody embedded them. So the vulnerability, the hurt, the abandonment, the trust is all emotions that we've learned from from the outside world. And I truly believe that if you tap into your heart and just feel that pureness in there, it won't guide you wrong.
Kristy Kern is a part of our Dallas-Fort Worth connection. We talk to folks from your direction quite often, and I know temperatures have been over 100 degrees there, and that drives people inside, just like winter drives us inside here. Summertime temperatures drive you inside when you're down south. That isolation can really be heightened by the fact that you are forced into circumstances where you're not around people. It sometimes takes an active physical effort to get out and to make things. It takes a decision, doesn't it?
It does take a decision. Obviously, health is important if you're, staying hydrated in the heat. But, excuse me, the community that I live in, it's actually like, they call it like Restaurant Row and stuff like that. there's people out walking, I mean, early in the morning now and even late at night. So I truly believe it's a decision. We all have a choice. And what I'm seeing, even though it was 107 or 108 yesterday, it was still people were out. They're wearing shorts. They're carrying their water bottles. There's people playing pickleball. There's live concerts across the way from me. So it's, like I said, it's a choice. And we have to tap into the choice of why are we not embracing that choice and getting out there. There's something deeper.
It's that shared circumstance in which we find ourselves, and so we can actually turn that into a positive. Kristy, where are people going to learn more about what you do as a life coach?
You can visit my website at empoweringyourlifewithkristy.com, or I am on LinkedIn at Kristy Kern.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for the visit today.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
You too. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.